Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Whoops. Sorry about that. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower, and I'm here with a live program for you, simulcasting over YouTube. Nice to see you. And simulcasting as well on Twitter and Facebook. Nice to see you there as well. I have temporarily disabled the chat on YouTube because I want to get through the meat of this before the eruption. Ladies and gentlemen, you see the name of this broadcast, and the name of this broadcast is, of course, Flat Earth Smoking Gun. I think that we have found definitive proof about the shape of the Earth. Definitive proof, not subjective proof, but definitive proof about the shape of the Earth. I believe that we found it. And the interesting thing is, we found it by accident. We found it by accident. And I want to share this with you. I want you to take a look at it. I want you to see what you think. I was a 20-year minister in 3 of the largest denominations in the world. I have a Bible college degree, and I have over 100,000 hours of study in the biblical scriptures. I don't know how to mute it on Periscope and Twitter, so we may have to deal with some idiots there, but hey, that's just another day in my life. So today on the show, my show with Wayne, the Not Your Normal Sunday Morning show, quite by accident, we started talking about the lunar eclipse, and we started talking about some weirdness that somebody in Australia had reported about the eclipse, the lunar eclipse. And Wayne Steiger, who is in Colorado, Denver, Colorado, had taken pictures of the lunar eclipse. And the gentleman that was in Australia had taken pictures of the lunar eclipse. And we were just looking at them to compare. The fellow in Australia thought it looked like the moon was rebooted and faded out and rebooted. And as we were looking at these pictures, not even thinking about flat Earth, round Earth, I saw something that hit me like a bolt out of the blue, ladies and gentlemen, like a bolt out of the blue. It shocked me, and I believe it may be the smoking gun for flat Earth. I know that's a huge statement, but I think it's true. I think it's true. And I want to show you something that explains what we're talking about. I want to show you something that explains what we're about to see. Come on, man. And it's not exactly perfect, but hey, I'm going to show it to you anyway. So let's go ahead and share the screen. I want to show you what we're talking about here. All right. This is a picture of the hemispheres. Northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere. You can see Colorado's over here. Australia's down here. Western hemisphere, eastern hemisphere. Colorado's up here. Australia's down here. So if both of these people are looking at the moon during a lunar eclipse, you would expect there to be quite a different view from up here than you'd get from down here. You would expect something profoundly different. And unfortunately, if you're on Twitter and YouTube, you can't see these pictures, but you can always go over to Jeff Daugherty's show, Christian Whistleblower, Jeffrey Daugherty on YouTube. Just type in any of those and you'll find it. You'll be able to see these astounding pictures. So that gives you an idea of Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, Western Hemisphere, Eastern Hemisphere. Now watch this. Okay. So I'm going to start screen sharing again. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The pictures from Australia aren't the greatest. Wayne's invested a lot of money in his technology, but I want you to look at these. This is what the eclipse look like in Denver? Top down eclipse, top down eclipse, top down eclipse. These are kind of stages, right? Lots of hearts, a heart eruption over there on Twitter. Look at what the eclipse looked like in Australia. From the bottom up, from the bottom up, from the bottom up. In fact, the eclipse is coming from, really from, it looks like from top left down, top left down, top left down. In Colorado, the same eclipse at the same time, bottom right up, bottom right up, bottom right up in Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly what you would expect to see if the Earth were round. You would expect to see a completely different view of the lunar eclipse if you're in different hemispheres. This, to me, is the smoking gun for the flat Earth argument. And you want to hear the really ironic thing? The really ironic thing is the gentleman that sent me the pictures from Australia, I believe, is a flat Earth advocate. Ladies and gentlemen, what else can I say? The eclipse in the northern hemisphere, I think the western hemisphere, right? Or northern hemisphere and western hemisphere, top down or top left down, top down, top left down, top down, top left down. The eclipse, when viewed in the southern and eastern hemisphere, bottom right up, bottom right up, bottom right up, or at least bottom up, bottom up, bottom up, top down, top down, top down. Ladies and gentlemen, we saw that these places are on opposite parts of the Earth, and they're seeing eclipses exactly the way, they're seeing the same eclipse exactly the way you would expect them to see it from here to there. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the flat Earth smoking gun. This thing may not be perfectly round. It might be pear-shaped. It might be spheroid. It might be oblong. It might be a grapefruit. It might be a tomato. One thing's for sure. It ain't flat, baby. Objective, physical, observational proof. The smoking gun for flat Earth argument. There it is. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. It's just that plain. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. These pictures were taken in Denver, Colorado. These, and I forget which city in Australia. Opposite views of the same eclipse because they're on opposite sides of the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, this is objective proof. Ladies and gentlemen, this is empirical proof. Ladies and gentlemen, this is observational proof that the Earth is not flat. Doesn't mean that NASA's not lying to us. Doesn't mean that everything we're told about the cosmos is true. Doesn't mean that we've seen anything real from space. Doesn't mean any of that. But what it does mean is that the Earth, it's not flat. Can't be flat. You would not get these looks and these views if Yeah, we're flat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see if it's possible for me at this point to go back and start the chat. If I cannot start the chat, well, I'll just go ahead and end the broadcast and we'll pick it up later on today. Let me see if I can start the chat right now. Enable live chat. Done. Let's see if that works. Let's see if you're able to come into the chat now. Don't know if you'll be able to or not, but I have enabled live chat. Someone come on in and see if you're able to go to the live chat here on YouTube. Enable live chat. Done. Don't know if I can do it midstream like that, but I gave it my best shot, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody put in a comment and see if you can see if the chat works. You know what? I'll put in a comment and see if the chat works. Is this thing working? The live chat is working. Just refresh, ladies and gentlemen. The live chat is working. Just refresh, ladies and gentlemen. The live chat is working. Just refresh. So, tell me what you think. Be polite. Be respectful. And you will be treated politely and with respect. Be disrespectful and you will be blocked. Your comments will be removed. What do you think? I say smoking gun. I say case closed. I say argument over. It's not flat. What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? What do you say, ladies and gentlemen? And we weren't even looking for this. A flat earth advocate who I have great respect for sends me the pictures. G. Mason says maybe this will put the whole flat earth thing to bed. I hope so. Folks, it's round. Photographic evidence that it's round. Anyone else have any questions? Anyone else have any comments? Pretty amazing stuff. Not flat. Boom, says Robin H. What else can you say? It's round. It's been round. It'll always be round. On Twitter, thank you. I agree. Flights would fall off the edge if Earth were flat. These are pics, Justin, of the eclipse that just happened a couple days ago. Where's the evidence? It's flat AF. Blue Apple, did you not just see those pictures? There's your evidence. It looks completely opposite the eclipse from completely opposite parts of the globe. The pics were just here. You're going to have to go back and watch it from the beginning. It amazes me that people want to get spoon-fed. It was the lunar eclipse that just happened, my friend. Anyone that's actually seen the pictures, you will have to go back and watch it later. I'm not going to put them back up. We're having discussion now. Anyone else have any other questions? Anyone else have any other comments about this? Smoking gun. The Earth is not flat. Empirical, photographic, observational evidence, observational proof. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. This will post to YouTube in just a few minutes. You can see the biggest flaw in the flat earth theory is the idea that other planets are spheres. Yeah, I agree. We're going to go ahead and end this. As soon as it posts up, you'll be able to watch it from the beginning, rewind to the beginning of the stream. You can actually rewind right now, I believe. You have to lay out the questions to come to legit answers, Jeff. It's called science. Absolutely. And that's what we just did, Justin. The Earth is not flat, WTF. Well, the evidence, the photographic, observational, empirical, scientific evidence shows that you're right. up there on Twitter. I'd call your names, but I'm sorry I can't see that far on my iPhone. Interesting stuff. Thank you to Wayne Steiger in our show today. This came up, and I thank Wayne for it. Rocket guy couldn't launch. The guy that was going to launch the flat Earth rocket couldn't launch because his telemetry wouldn't work because he wouldn't figure in the curvature of the Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, empirical, photographic, observational evidence. Rewind to the front. Watch it, share it, like it, and let me know what you think. Proof that the Earth is not flat. We found it. There can be no further question. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. This is what we do. We help you be your own guru, guide your own spirit, master your own ascension. We help you ask questions and question answers. This is the Gospel Truth Army. We're marching on, fearless and unindoctrinating ourselves. I'm sorry, little babies, that you actually have to go back and do some research. That's why you believed it was flat in the first place, because you wouldn't do any real research. Go back to the beginning, rewind the stream, watch the pictures, or keep your head buried in the sand. I don't spoon feed people, and if you think I'm a little upset, you're right. Bunch of babies. Do some work for yourself. I'm not here to spoon feed you. You don't have on a bib. Open up the hangar, here come the airplane. No, do your own damn homework. I brought you the pictures. Go back and look at it. Tell me what you think there. I feel better.